Alright, I'm testing out this audio. Ooh, a card popped out. Let's go. Ooh, strength. Focus on communicating, cause I just need the time and place to come through. Send me your location, let's. Alright. So, happy Thursday. Whoa. Anyway, I had a crazy week. So, today, by the way, of course, I'm going to give a read on that card, Strength, in the description below. So make sure you look out for that. And also, I don't know, I was led to bring this. I like putting rose quartz on top of my tarot deck. And I actually have it around my home. Rose quartz is all about that loving vibrational energy. I believe it represents 432 hertz, so the vibration that comes from rose quartz is very healing. I do recommend people work with it. It is like one of the first crystals you can use coming onto your spirituality. Women should definitely be using it. Self-love, femininity, nurturing. Like, I believe I would relate this to like Venus, like a Venus, like Taurus or even Cancer. Like Taurus and Cancer energy I get from rose quartz. All right, so today, talking about something a little bit different. Not necessarily teaching, but more so bringing awareness. And it's that spirituality does not have a look. And the sooner you get that out your head, that someone who is spiritual has a look, or they're going to act a certain way and talk a certain way, you're going to find spirituality to be around you everywhere. You're going to notice it everywhere. And you're going to naturally be drawn to it. You won't be overwhelmed by it. You won't be intimidated by it. You will understand it on a level that's not, that almost doesn't need to be explained, right? So back in the day, there were spiritualists that wore, monks wear all brown and they shave their heads, and there were shamans back in the day that just was covered with like animal fur and bones and had war paint. That was spirituality back then. That was people going to the root of their soul, of their essence, of their belief system, and they were acting that out, and that's the way they were. But times are completely different. So I just want to say that spirituality does not have a look. It does not have a persona. It is you going back to the root of who you are. It is not about tarot cards and crystals and getting Reiki. Like, no. Spirituality is just like, it is resetting yourself without the material possessions, without the beliefs from other people. It is who we truly are. And I actually wrote something not too long ago, maybe 2017, on it. And I'm actually going to read it because it's the truth. And I'm hoping I do find it, because it is a little bit old. But I got y'all. Hold on 1 minute. In the meantime, I'm going to recommend the book that I know that you guys will love. It is The 7 Orisha Powers. The 7 African Powers, the Orishas. So it's cool. Of course, there's stuff on the internet about the Orishas, but I feel like it gets so diluted that I hate clicking around sometimes. So I actually got a book that was published by a black author, so I'm putting money back in our community, and it takes all the Orishas and breaks it down. It goes through their backstory. You'll understand that, you'll understand the Orishas on a more intimate level, and you'll know how to actually worship them and the do's and don'ts when dealing with them. And I really do like this book. I'm a daughter of a Batala, however, Oshun, I love Oshun when it comes to love matters and the home and femininity and sensuality. I love working with Oshun, and I like working with Yemaya in regards to my childhood traumas, healing, um, like, I guess I would say growth. Yes, because she's the divine mother, so she's always good to worship. All right, so I wrote this May 11th, 2017. Spirituality isn't a trend, so please stop wearing it as a badge on social media. I started my spiritual journey as a healer 2016, and I didn't make it known publicly to 2017. And today I'm labeling it I'm labeling what I'm doing so it's understood by the masses. Spirituality isn't about gaining a new personality, getting a new vocabulary, or new wardrobe, buying crystals, meditating, or being a tarot reader. Spirituality is about returning to your natural state. It embodies a lot of sacrifice, losing friends and family who don't understand your path, a temporary pause in income, and even having people question your sanity. Spirituality is about gaining consciousness, unconditional selflessness, and a desire to be of service to others without wanting to receive anything in return. This is spirituality. And I actually want to tag one of my friends in that because I know he'll like that. Yeah, like, I love the spiritual path. Even though it comes with a lot, it can definitely be hard. The reason why I love it is that I can be myself. I have tattoos, and I want many more. I have piercings, and I'm going to get more. I like to curse, but I do it with a good intention. I'm not doing it to curse somebody else. And that's actually the root of what curse is, like a curse word. Crazy. But no, I'm not cursing anyone. It's just my self-expression. That's how I express myself. And for the first time ever, I feel like I'm actually walking my truth. And you don't understand what that feels like when you feel like an avatar and you're just doing, yes, you're doing things at the beat of your own drum, but at the same time, you're really not your true self. You're hiding a lot of aspects of yourself to fit into some pre-notion of what, I don't know, religion or the proper woman is supposed to be. I don't know. At the end of the day, I want to be a goddess. I want to be a queen, and I'm going to do that in the most natural way as possible. But you don't, like, people sometimes take spirituality to the extreme, and they think, oh my God, like, do you not shave? Do you, like, only eat, like, lettuce and, healthy foods? Like, they think that once you become spiritual, you have to be this perfect person, and that's not true. I am vegan as well as a meat eater. I went vegan for about 2 years. 2 years to the bone. If I ever ate something that had meat, it was a 100% accident. I was so devoted to it. But then I got sick. I became anemic. And I developed infections. And I believe I had a parasite. And I could not heal myself. I had a very hard time healing myself. That's how bad internally, was damaged. It was a mix of me mentally, physically, and spiritually. It was all messed up, but my exterior was put together. And that's why I love spirituality, because I got to the root of the problem. I could have easily gone to Western doctors and gotten something for my depression. I gotten something for my anxiety. Found a way to figure out my parasites through regular Western medicine. Gone to all the biggest doctors, I don't know, in New York to try to solve my problem. But I didn't. 1, I did not have health insurance. 2, I was basically broke for about 2 years. And then 3, it's just not the way I was raised. My grandmother she'd take aloe from the aloe plant, scoop it, put it in the blender. We drank Epsom salt with the water for a monthly clean out, ginger tea, lemongrass, you name it. Making teas from tangerine skins, like everything I did as a child was always natural. We never really relied on Western medicine. The only thing I remember having in my cupboard was Vicks. That's one thing. Put Vicks on anything. Vicks And what else? That's all I can think of. But Vicks. And I had to get to the root of my issue. So mentally, I had to figure out what was causing my depression. Spiritually, I needed to find my path. Like, what is my purpose in the spiritual world? Because I'm not supposed to be everything. I'm going to have my niche, and I'm going to perfect that niche, and I'm going to do a bomb-ass job at it. And then physically, I was weak. I'm eating all these nutritional foods, but why am I still fucking sick? Why am I remember I had BO. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because I do not have BO. Like, I had a parasite. And it's funny, I went to 2 doctors. They did all these blood tests. And they would say, you're perfectly fine. You're healthy. And I'm like, absolutely fucking not. You know your body. Especially women. Like, if you're really, especially intuitive, I'm a Cancer rising. I know my fucking body. I know the way it usually smells, and I know the way that it was smelling, and there was something wrong with me. I knew it, and it can almost mess you up mentally because you know you're sick, but everyone's saying you're fine, but you know, and it makes you think, like, maybe I'm not sick. Maybe I'm just becoming, like, what is it called? When you think you're sick, starts with an N. I actually want to find this word. I don't feel like doing that. So I had to realize, okay, why am I'm being vegan because I love animals, the cruelty. I don't believe in another being or a being in pain so I can survive. I didn't like that. It just didn't sit well with me. However, I totally forgot about the fact that I'm a human being and I've been eating meat my whole life. And if you just go from A to Z, there's going to be repercussions in the middle. So I needed to reset myself back. And I started eating meat again slowly. And I felt so ashamed. So ashamed because you know how vegans can be. Vegans go very fucking hard. And meat eaters who love meat go fucking hard. So for me to then go from meat eating to vegan, then back to meat eating, I feel like that was the biggest disgrace. Like, I felt like a failure. However, I knew I needed to almost do it again, but do it the right way. So what I did was, for about a year, last year, maybe starting March, April, I started introducing myself to meat, and it actually helped happen because I was dating someone who's from Italy, so they eat a lot of meat, but their meat is way healthier than America. It goes from farm to table. Farm to table is their norm. Farm to table for us is like a luxury, if it's even farm to table. It's probably probably comes from the farm on the floor in a bucket, and then the table. That's probably what happens. So I used me being in Italy to have good meat to reintroduce that into my body. And it's funny, I got a little fat. I gained weight. I had a ciccione. I had some love handles, right? But I felt so good. I started glowing because I was getting those nutrients. I was getting those supplements. And then maybe around the summer I pulled back again, like when I came back to America. And then come December of last year, January of this year, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do both. Fuck being in a box. Fuck people putting me in a box. I hate when people try to compartmentalize you. I'm going to be vegan and a meat eater. If you got something to say, you can. Yeah, I'm not going to say that. But yes, I do not care anymore. Like, I'm healthy. I support both causes. And I would say I'm more on the vegan side than meat eater. If I do eat meat, it's going to be fish and chicken. And then red meat is the last resort. But I do eat it once in a while because I noticed I was lacking definitely iron. I had an iron deficiency. I can tell from my nails. My nails were breaking like no tomorrow. My eyelashes were thin. My hair. I developed alopecia on both sides of my edges. Yep. One, it was through tension, pulling braids too tight, and then 2 was the lack of nutrients in my body. So what I do now, I'm actually going to show this. There are two things that I use. Collagen peptides. So collagen is something that a lot of black people have in their skin. That's why they say black don't crack. And collagen is actually, if I'm not mistaken, it's what like what people would do when they were getting, they get collagen injections. I believe that's what Botox is. Don't quote me, but I believe that's what helps the wrinkles. We have a lot of it naturally. However, like bone broth, people say that's like really fucking good to eat. It has so many nutrients. So I'll put more in the descriptions below. But I love this stuff. It tastes like nothing. So I put it in my tea. And you know what sucks? It's too hot to be drinking tea, but fuck it. Sometimes in the morning I just start my day off with some hot tea, get some heat in my belly. And then I love Irish sea moss. You guys will see me posting this so much on my page. It's also nothing. I put this in my tea. And this has 92 out of like the 102 nutrients we need. Between these two guys, like, I don't know how to explain how much healthier I am. I, like, when I sweat, I don't smell anything. Also, just when I wake up in the morning, I don't, you know, when you pop up, some people can feel groggy. I just feel good, ready to go. I have energy. Knock on wood, I've barely been using any type of coffee, like anything to keep me up. And my energy is pretty high. And then my anxiety, I do not feel it as much, and my moods feel so much better. So another thing on top of this, I know this went from talking about spirituality, being in the sun, being outside, just being grateful, gratitude, all that stuff brought me back. So I had to really go back to the root of what was going on and then find a solution that was natural. So then I'm in essence, I don't want to say I'm curing it because I don't want to be like, oh, I'm Dr. Sabi or I'm like the next, you know, black savior or something like that. But what I'm saying is that me just going back to the root for those, I think I was doing this for about 2017 till now. I was dealing with this. The fact that like the last 2 months, I've probably been the healthiest I've been. I don't even know how to explain it. I lost a lot of the extra weight I had gained, but even like now I feel like I have a natural glow. I had a lot of eczema still kind of left over. They're gone. The scarring is going. Yes. So to go back, spirituality does not have a look. I'm not trying to wear it as a badge right now, but I find myself to be very spiritual. Like, I have rituals I do. I'm doing a ritual at least 5 times a week, you know, definitely in prayer almost every day. Like, I'm always giving thanks, gratitude. Like, I'm all about my spirituality. But at the end of the day, I'm also, you know, a spiritual being having a human experience. So I'm going to listen to some rap music. I'm going to listen to reggaeton. I'm going to twerk in my living room. I'm going to smoke weed. I'm going to curse. I'm going to get more tattoos. Like, it's who I am. I'm enjoying my life. And that's why I can get a little ticked off when people try to, when you do tell them, oh yeah, like I'm not religious, I'm spiritual, or something like that, and they try to say, well, they try to point out a flaw to prove you wrong because they have some type of ideal of what a spiritualist is or how they're supposed to act and how they're supposed to speak, and that's not right. Don't do that. Because also I'm religious. I'm in the religion Regla de Ocha, which is Santeria. But I don't really walk around and say, oh, I'm religious, because religion, when someone says, oh, they're religious, you kind of get like you think of Christianity and Catholicism, whatever it's called. And that's not me. So we gotta drop these labels, man. Drop these fucking labels. Black, white, yellow, orange. Like, we gotta stop, because that's almost what projection and racism and biases are. People just having these labels and these boxes already like put out in their head, and then they meet you, they're putting you in there. It's not cool. So that is about it. So don't forget this bomb ass book, this bomb ass Irish sea gel from Jamaica, and see, they agreed, and collagen peptides. All right, peace up, A-Town down. Ashe.